YouTube, it's Amber Essence and I am back with another video. Finally, let's catch up. It has been a while since I've posted anything and I really do apologize for that. I think it's been about a month since I put anything up. If you're here right now watching this one, thank you for coming back. And a lot has happened. Of course, we were/are dealing with a global pandemic, so dealing with quarantine and kind of isolation and not being able to kind of go out and do things that make me happy have kind of been difficult. But, you know, everybody's feeling that. Everybody's feeling the effects of being quarantined or following the stay-at-home orders. It's difficult for everyone. So yes, I've been going through that. That's kind of a shared experience, though. I also had a major relationship end. My romantic relationship that I've been in for the past several years came to an end. And so I've been dealing with that emotionally. I moved to my own place, so that has happened since we last spoke. It's a cute little, small little place. What else? Oh yeah, and the newest thing, the thing that finally kicked me to put a video up, I was finally able to get my retightening yesterday. It has literally been 14, 15 weeks since, now it's been a couple, it's been since yesterday, but before my retightening yesterday, it had been 15 weeks, I think, since I had gotten a retightening. So my hair, my grid was just a mess. There was so much new growth. I'll put a clip so you guys can see the state my hair was in right before I got to actually have a retightening. It was insane. I'm about to go for my retightening, my first one since the pandemic. Not hardly see my grid. The new growth is unreal. So I just wanted to show you guys a quick before, and then I will show you guys what it looks like after. I have a grid again. You guys can kind of see. You can see my grid. I haven't been able to see my grid in so long. I feel so much better having been able to get a retightening finally. My locks were suffering, I'm not gonna lie. Not having the roots maintained was kind of a bit of a nightmare, because even though I was separating my locks as much as I could, I have very tight 4C hair. So just over time, the roots started tangling amongst themselves and I had to pull them apart constantly. There was so much snapping and there was so much breakage, I feel like, up at the roots. So it was a bummer. For a while there, they were really unhealthy. And, you know, I've always heard that your locks reflect what's going on internally. That's why locks can be such a spiritual experience, because your locks really do reflect what is going on within you. So having been dealing with everything I've been dealing with, my locks got brittle, they lost their shine, they lost their movement. You could just tell that they were going through some things, I was going through some things. But I think now they're back to looking really good. I'll do a texture shot for you guys so I can get really close. You guys see? I still love them. I still think it's the best decision ever. My loctician was able to fix me up. It took a long time though. So when I usually get my retightnings, they take about 2 hours, but this one took 4 hours, so double the amount of time. Because she had to go in and do the painstaking work. All the hairs that had slipped out, she had to put them back in. All the roots that were tangled, she had to separate and make sure each hair went into its proper designated lock. She had to do some repairs because some of my locks, you know, the roots got weak or they kind of started just bunching. They were doing weird things because they weren't being maintained, so she had to do a lot of repairs. and it was pretty expensive. It was pretty expensive. I was happy to pay it because she did a great job, and I know she charges by the hour, and that's fair. But yeah, it was expensive. Hopefully we don't experience any more shutdowns so I can stay on my schedule and I don't have to pay that much again. But it was great. I'm still really thankful that I was able to get my retightening. What else is there? My loctician wasn't able to reattach my lock after all. If you guys remember a previous video I did about my own attempt to do my retightening, I accidentally cut a lock off. I didn't cut it all the way off. I don't know where it is, but basically it's like a lock that's like that long now. I cut it off somewhere along the middle. So she looked at it and she basically decided against reattaching it. She said my locks are too new, they're still too spongy to try to reattach a lock right now, but it's okay, it'll just grow out. It'll just grow out at a different rate than all the other ones. That's kind of all I've got to update you guys on. I didn't want this to be a super long video. I promise it will not be this long before I make another video. I appreciate you guys being patient. I will see you guys next time. Bye.